He begins with a warning. This is not about coercion, not tricks, not mind games. This is a system, an arsenal, built for clarity, protection, and lawful influence. It does not reward manipulation. It punishes carelessness. The goal is not domination. It's design, to build predictable outcomes with measurable inputs under control. He doesn't rely on instinct. He builds integration. Every tool connects to a principle. Every strategy links to a boundary. Every move runs through structure. He doesn't chase power. He builds process. The psychological arsenal is divided into three forces: influence, to shape behavior ethically; defense, to resist destabilization; integration, to decide when and how to act. One without the other is dangerous. Influence without boundaries leads to corruption. Defense without direction leads to fear. Action without system leads to failure. Integration means control, not over people, but over yourself. He learns to set intention before speaking, audit results after acting, adjust strategy without emotion, and most of all, to act on principle, not impulse. This arsenal isn't something he wields, it's something he becomes. His internal state is managed, his message is precise. His outcomes are engineered, his boundaries are enforced. Influence becomes reliable because it's repeatable. It becomes reversible because it's built on choice. He sets expectations. Every tool is used with consent. Every action must pass the impact test. Every decision leaves a record. Every move is defensible under scrutiny. This is strategic psychology, not psychological warfare. It's not made for games. It's made for environments where decisions matter and outcomes must be clean. In this masterclass, he doesn't learn how to manipulate. He learns how to operate under pressure with structure and without regrets. By the end, he won't just hold an arsenal. He'll know when to use it, when to hold it, and when to walk away without firing a shot. He reframes offense as a tool for alignment, not trickery, not coercion, principled influence, strategic positioning. The aim is simple. Make the sensible choice the easiest choice. Make cooperation the rational option. Do it with consent. Do it with clarity. Frame control, ethical framing. He builds contexts that favor truthful outcomes. He frames choices so the honest option is also the obvious one. Frame is not a mask, it is a container. Set defaults. Design the question so the right answer is visible. Remove confusion, remove loopholes. People choose what is clear. Ethical framing means transparency. Labels, explanations, no hidden intent. It's architecture, not ambush. Persuasion with consent. He uses persuasion as a conversation, not a trap. Rhetoric, story, negotiation, these are tools to move willing audiences. He signals purpose up front. He invites participation. He never hides motive. Reciprocity is offered, not engineered. Authority is earned, not claimed. Social proof is shown, not faked. When people align, they know why. They agree because it makes sense for them, and they gave consent. Behavioral nudges, light touch. He changes environments, not minds. Defaults, layouts, timing, small shifts that guide choice. A nudge is a gentle nudge toward better options, never a shove. Design choices that reduce friction for the right behavior. Make productive action easier than inaction. Simplify the path. Remove obstacles. Nudges must be visible. People should be able to opt out easily. If a nudge hides bias, he removes it. If it manipulates, he destroys it. Language precision. Words are code. Microphrasing directs attention. Pacing sets urgency. Metaphor builds context. He speaks in short, clear sentences. He avoids ambiguity. He chooses verbs that create action, not confusion. Precision isn't persuasion by stealth, it's clarity that enables choice. When language is clear, consent is informed. When language is intentional, decisions follow purpose. Strategic presence. Presence is not performance, it's placement. Timing matters. When he speaks, where he appears, how information is distributed. He uses silence as punctuation. He uses timing as leverage. Non-verbal cues, posture, pace, restraint, carry authority without force. Structural cues, who introduces whom, which channel carries the message, shape, perception. He trains lieutenants to mirror the method. When structure and presence align, the message travels without drama. Outcome: alignment by sense, not trick. The result is predictable alignment. People follow because it is sensible, not because they were deceived, not because they were coerced. This layer of the arsenal is ethical by design, transparent, reversible, and consented. He does not seek blind followers. He builds environments where good choices are obvious. He creates options that respect autonomy. He prepares for attack before it arrives. Defense is not reaction. It is design. He builds systems that detect, absorb, and convert pressure into data. So when others try to destabilize him, the outcome is information, not panic. One situational awareness. He trains his attention like a sensor. Every conversation, every headline, every sudden compliment or criticism, a data point. He watches for patterns, framing traps, emotional hooks, rushed timelines. He notes who benefits from the story. He maps incentives. Awareness is not paranoia, it is a calibrated radar. He does not assume malice, he assumes motive. And with motive mapped, he chooses an answer that fits the map, not the noise. 2 immunity protocols. He limits exposure by rule, not willpower. Pause before reply. Verify before sharing. 1 accountability channel for decisions. Information hygiene becomes a routine, trusted sources, cross-checks, minimal forwarding. He institutes pause routines so reactions auto-fail. A 24-hour rule, a second opinion, a verification checklist. These are not obstacles to speed, they are speed's insurance. Because calm, verified action beats immediate, wrong action. 3 containment and withdrawal. When a threat escalates, he contains, then withdraws. Containment: isolate the vector, close the channel, limit spread, move discussion to documented spaces. Withdrawal: disengage without drama, set clear boundaries. Use formal language, end public debate with process, not emotion. He doesn't broadcast fights, he archives them. Containment prevents amplification. Withdrawal preserves reputation. 4 evidence and audit trails. He does not rely on memory, he relies on records. Every decision logged, every approval time-stamped, every conversation summarized and stored. When accusations arrive, he produces traceable data, not to punish, to clarify. Records turn rumors into testable claims. He builds channels where evidence accumulates naturally: email chains, meeting minutes, signed confirmations. These channels are the empire's immune system. 5 psychological armor. Defense is also personal. He trains routines to regulate stress, breath protocols, sleep discipline, recovery windows, cognitive hygiene, limit multitasking, schedule deep work, reduce reactive time, team training, teach escalation rules, rehearsal for high-pressure calls. Clarity on who speaks for the group. Psychological armor is small habits repeated. It reduces leak points. It prevents the collapse that follows surprise. Final outcome. The goal is simple: survive and learn. Attempts to destabilize become sources of intelligence. Noise becomes measurable signal. He does not win by being louder. He wins by being steadier, by turning attack into analysis, by converting chaos into a set of decisions. This is resilience by design, not stubbornness, not repression, a method. He moves beyond tools, he builds sequences. Because single tactics win moments, playbooks win outcomes, this section teaches him how to combine influence and defense, when to nudge, when to withdraw, when to escalate, and how to do it without noise. 1. Tactics mixing. Tactics are ingredients. The recipe decides the result. He blends persuasion with protection, a nudge with a verification step, a public clarification followed by private reconciliation, a pause, then a precise release. Frameworks matter. Assess risk. Choose influence if consent exists. Choose defense if the vector is hostile. Always include an audit step. Mixing tactics is not improvisation, it's modular design. He assembles sequences that are predictable, testable, replaceable. 2. Situational selection. Not every tool fits every stage. He uses decision rules. Public PR, control the narrative. Use clarity, one spokesperson, documented facts. Move fast on channels that matter. Private negotiation, preserve leverage, use calibrated concessions, clear deadlines, and confidential records. Legal threat? Escalate to counsel. Freeze public commentary. Let process do the talking. He asks 3 questions before acting. Who benefits from this action? What is the measurable objective? What is the acceptable risk? If the answers fail the test, he chooses a different path. Situational selection removes guesswork. 3. Timing optimization. Timing is not urgency. Timing is alignment. Sequence actions for maximal effect and minimal exposure. Release facts when attention is favorable. Delay responses until verification is complete. Use quiet periods to implement change and public windows to explain them. He uses timers and triggers. Condition A met. Wait X hours for verification, then release statement. Pressure spike, isolate channel, escalate internally, respond once facts confirmed. Good timing looks effortless. Bad timing looks defensive. He trains timing into the playbook so decisions are repeatable. 4. Intensity calibration. Every response has weight. Too light, you appear weak. Too heavy, you appear reckless. He measures intensity with metrics, scope, visibility, legal exposure, and cost. He defines guardrails, maximum public statement length, approval chain thresholds, escalation triggers. Intensity is scaled: low, private message, correction, minor policy tweak. Medium, public clarification, limited suspension, formal notice. High, legal action, public resignation, system overhaul. Calibration prevents Pyrrhic moves. He never lets emotion set the scale. Rules do. 5 playbooks and templates. He converts strategy into scripts. Templates remove debate. Examples he codifies. Reputation challenge. Playbook, isolate vector. Gather evidence, 72 hours. Prepare 1-page public statement. Route approvals. Release, monitor, and iterate. Negotiation stall. Playbook, Freeze public updates. Call key stakeholders. Offer calibrated concession with deadline. Record agreement. Internal conflict. Playbook. Private mediation. Documented outcome. Training follow-up. Policy update if needed. Each playbook includes roles, timelines, triggers, and fallback actions. When pressure arrives, teams execute. No second-guessing, no public improvisation. Final outcome. He doesn't react, he executes. A modular playbook reduces noise, speeds resolution, and protects reputation. It transforms pressure into process and uncertainty into data. He practices the sequences until they become muscle memory. Because the best strategy is not visible in the moment, it's invisible in preparation. This is tactical integration, predictable, testable, and always defensible. He doesn't stop at execution. He architects integration. Because true mastery isn't using tools, it's knowing when not to. It's knowing how far is far enough, and when systems must govern power. This is ethical precision. The final layer. Advanced combinations. He no longer thinks in moves, but in systems. He stacks layers. Messaging plus incentives plus social proof plus institutional process. The message spreads, not by volume, but through embedded logic. He doesn't push. He designs environments that pull. Every phrase, every policy, every person feeds the system without contradiction. Situational mastery. He stops treating influence as outcome. He starts treating it as signal. Sometimes a single conversation leads to policy change. Sometimes keeping a relationship intact is worth more than winning. He reads context, not for emotion, but for pattern. He decides, escalate, de-escalate, or embed quietly. That's mastery. Choosing the play that sustains the system. Ethical application. He builds rules for himself. Not everything you can do should be done. So he installs 3 filters. Explicit consent is the influence known and agreed to. Proportionality is the intensity justified by the situation. Red lines. Does this cross law, conscience, or trust? He audits his methods, not to look good, but to stay clean. This is not moral posturing. It's strategic insurance. Governance and oversight. He doesn't centralize control. He distributes it through internal checks. For every influence tool, he builds oversight version control. Peer review, logged interventions. Every play is time-stamped. Every escalation is archived. The system guards itself. So power is not just effective, it's accountable. Scaling responsibility. He trains lieutenants, not to obey, but to decide. He codifies training modules, tactical checklists, ethical reviews, incident protocols. Every tool comes with a manual. Every permission is time-bound. He builds a culture where power is skilled, not assumed, and influence is audited, not guessed. Outcome. He now operates on 3 layers: personal clarity, procedural control, public transparency. He moves with speed dash, but within rules. He influences, but stays above reproach. He protects systems, even from himself. This is master-level integration, strategic, scalable, and clean. He doesn't theorize, he shows. 4 cases, 4 strategic plays, each one clean, calculated, and ethical. Case A, negotiation turnaround. Problem: a deal was collapsing. Mistrust, emotion, no alignment. Move: he reframed the conversation, not around price, but around outcomes. He paused the exchange, documented priorities, then reintroduced timing, not pressure, just sequence, each request linked to a precedent, each message verified by email. Result: the deal closed, not because he forced it, but because he structured it. Lesson: frame first, time second, document everything. Case B, reputation recovery. Problem: a false accusation circulated. Silence wasn't working. Overreaction would backfire. Move: he assembled data, timestamps, records, witnesses, crafted a 2-paragraph statement. No drama, just facts. Then issued it through a formal channel. He didn't defend himself emotionally. He verified himself procedurally. Result: credibility returned over 60 days. Noise faded, systems held. Lesson: contain fast, clarify once. Let time and structure do the rest. Case C, team influence. Problem: lack of cohesion. No one followed through. Move: he didn't issue rules. He issued tools. He built checklists, resource docs, and created clarity around roles. Then added value: small wins, micro recognition, clear promotion paths. People aligned, not because they were told, but because it made sense. Result: initiative rose, drama dropped, loyalty locked in. Lesson: don't push people. Build a system they want to move in. Case D, platform strategy. Problem: low visibility, effort wasted, message unclear. Move: he didn't chase virality. He built a funnel. Core content, insight, lead magnet, conversation. Every piece linked, every layer clarified. Each post gave value before asking. He tracked engagement, adjusted tone, scaled consistency. Result: the platform grew organically, strategically, sustainably. Lesson: content isn't noise, it's infrastructure. Every case used the same blueprint: observe, structure, execute, review. Not manipulation, not guesswork, just process. Done well, done clean. He doesn't guess, he audits. Mastery isn't about style, it's about systems. Here's the assessment: quiet, measurable, non-negotiable. 1. State control. Can you stay calm under pressure, not perform calm -- Be it metrics, breathing under stress, heart rate drop post-trigger, time to recovery after insult. Drills: cold read confrontation, unplanned interruption, delayed response tests. 2. Consent record. Every influence technique used, documented, reviewed, approved. No covert frames, no silent pressure. Checklist: permission logs, pre-framing disclosure, post-application reflection. 3. System integrity. Your tactics mean nothing if your systems break. Audit trails, escalation paths, decision logs, contingency backups. If your process fails, can you trace it, fix it, repeat it without damage? 4th, ethical scorecard. Red lines, always visible. Apply the proportionality test. Did the tactic match the threat? Was harm avoided? Was the benefit shared? Then run the third-party review. If this were done to you under identical conditions, would it feel fair? If not, it's not mastery. Self-test. 1 page, 4 questions. What's your go-to influence method and where does it fail? What's your weakest defense protocol and what strengthens it? Where have you applied pressure and did consent exist? If reviewed, can your actions be explained without excuse? If you answer with clarity, you're ready, no badge, no applause, just quiet readiness. This is certification. By conduct, by command of self, by clarity under fire. He doesn't celebrate mastery, he audits it. No hype, no swagger, just systems that hold ... under pressure, under review, under time. Mastery isn't about what you can say, it's what holds. When you say nothing, next steps. This arsenal is live, modular, expandable. If you're ready, training modules are queued, certified checklists are available, audit templates are pre-built, governance tools are embedded, ethics reviews and legal alignment, all included. This isn't a download, it's a deployment. Final charge. If you want the full master playbook, the checklist, the systems, the audit files, say the word, and we'll assemble the certified bundle. No signals, no announcements, just readiness, on command, close, strategic, permanent. This is not charisma, it's command.